Hello. Hi. Hi, Tarot Troll. What's up, Karina? What's up, Shannon, Michaela, Delani? Hi, Shannon. It's nice to see you. I just got back from my little vacation with my girls and my mom, and now I'm back at the house. And honestly, all I really wanted to do was just sleep, but I did not do that. I decided to go live instead. So, welcome. What's up, Sun Power? Hello. I hope you guys are having a great day. What's up, Sindra? So, yeah, you guys, welcome to All Signs. We're going to be taking a look at what you don't see coming. And this is basically going to be for this weekend. I am taking super chat questions tonight. So if you don't know how that works, then you can go to violettaalexis.com and you can click super chats and you can see the super chat rules there. If you already know how it works, then you know how it works. But we are doing YouTube super chat questions tonight. So we're not doing Hipsy. We're just doing straight from the app. As you can see, Karina is our first super chatter of the evening. And you guys can check for really any sign. It really doesn't matter. Whatever sign you feel like you resonate with the most. So on that note, let me shuffle these because I did not do it ahead of time. It was really nice. I think we went to Ashland, Virginia, and we ended up going to the water park. And of course, my youngest daughter really wanted to ride roller coasters. I was not so privy to that. And so my mom went with her on the roller coasters, but I did go with them for the water park. So that was fun. And I thought I was going to have more time to like tan and be cute, but no, not really. It was really fun though. I had a good time. It was nice to get out of the house and get out of the normal, like day to day, you know what I mean? And the girls had a lot of fun. It was pretty awesome. All right, let's see. I think last time we started with Aries. Do you guys remember? I think I might get my fan. It's really hot in here. I'm gonna get my fan. Hold on. Sorry about that. What's up, Vanessa? We started with Gemini last time. Oh, that's right, we did. Okay, what sign do you guys want to start out with today? Whoever says the sign first is the one who gets the pick. Sag. Okay, Tarot Troll 1. All right, Tarot Troll. We're going to start out with Sagittarius. And we're going to work our way. Sorry, you guys, I did not shuffle these beforehand. 1 second. What's up, Noodlehead? What's up, Miss Redmond? You guys are late to the party. Sorry, Tarot Troll 1 today. The irony. What's up, Lori? I don't even know if I would call this fan base dragons, honestly. I don't even know if that's my thing here. To be honest, I don't know if that's what I would call everybody per se. Way to start with my 6 Sag. You're a Sagittarius stellium? Okay, period. Go ahead. Obviously, you guys, I'm not drinking wine. We all know I have not drank in almost 6 years. This is just water. I'm just trying to romanticize my life a little bit, okay? Probably look like a lush that lives on the beach. All right, so let's go ahead and start out with Sagittarius. You look like you are in a good mood. I'm in a soft mood. I'm in a soft mood. It was nice to get out of the house. It's so nice to get out of the house. I'm just always cooped up in here. So it's nice to get in the water, something I rarely do. I vlogged the whole thing, so I need to show that to you guys, but it was good times. Congrats, oh, thanks. Yeah. I mean, no big deal. Okay, so all right, without further ado, let's do it. Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius, I hope you guys are doing well. We're going to take a look at what you don't see coming, and this is going to be for this weekend. So what is it? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which is July 18th, 19th, and 20th. We're coming up on that Mars South Node conjunction, and Mercury is going to be retrograde, I believe, on Thursday. So yeah, Thursday. So yay for no one. But maybe it won't be so bad. All right, let's go ahead and see Sag. Okay, lovers. That's your energy. Hold on. Am I loud enough for you guys? Can you guys hear me okay? I'm not too quiet, am I? What you don't see coming is the Temperance. That's you, Sagittarius and Gemini, and then Queen of Swords for your advice. Well, this is really interesting, especially if you're a Sagittarius rising, right? You're going to have Mercury going retrograde through your 7th house of one-on-one relationships. So maybe somebody comes back from the past. Maybe there's a reevaluation around an existing partnership, or maybe in regards to a client. But with what I'm seeing right here is the Lovers is love. So we have the 7 of Pentacles and the, told ya, what did I say? The Lovers, 7 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Cups reversed. Well, I mean, this is your energy, Sagittarius. So to me, I'm kind of wondering if you're revisiting a relationship, if you are maybe deciding to reinvest into a relationship with that 7 of Pentacles. Because that Lovers tells me that, well, you're either in love with someone, or it doesn't feel new, though. That's the thing. It doesn't feel new with that 8 of Cups reversed. Now, it can be, and the only reason why I say that is because the 7 of Pentacles can also talk about where you have two things that you could be investing in. One is something new, the other is something old. You're trying to decide, you know, where you could get the most from your efforts, right? So what it is that you're investing in that you could get the most back. And so I feel like maybe for some of you, if you have a couple of options, that could certainly be the case. Maybe you're revisiting a connection and you're kind of wondering if that's something you're interested in, and still kind of considering another connection as well, especially if it's new. I feel like you're trying to make the right decisions. I think that you're in your higher mind for the most part. There's definitely somebody here, and there's definitely past energy. Tell me about that 8 of Cups reversed, the 3 of Cups reversed. Like I was saying, okay, so for some of you, it could definitely be a third party. You may be the one that has the third party. It just really depends. But when the 3 of Cups reversed is clarifying the 8 of Cups reversed, this can be returning to something that maybe was a little dramatic before, or returning to somebody that maybe you've been on the outs with for a while. So what you don't see coming, what is this about? The Hermit. You could be dealing with a Virgo, a Leo, or another Sagittarius. In all honesty, Sagittarius, this feels like you. It doesn't really feel like somebody outside of you. Do I think that maybe somebody else is affecting your energy? Yeah, I do. I mean, the temperance is there, which is an indication of you. The strength is there, which is an indication of confidence and pride in a healthy way. And the Nine of Pentacles reversed, that's next to the strength. It makes me feel like if you've been overcompensating in some way, or feeling like you need to go above and beyond or contort yourself in order to fit somebody else's needs, I think that you're going to find either that you actually find a connection where you don't feel like you need to do that. You know what I mean? Like, have you ever been around somebody and you feel like you need to hold up a certain attitude or act in a certain way, or maybe act like you have more money than you actually do, or whatever it may be, in order to feel accepted or something like that? This feels like you're not doing that, or you're with somebody that doesn't make you feel like you need to do that. And I think that you're having a lot of awareness on who or what you can surround yourself with that's going to make you feel more authentic to who you are. And I think this is going to trigger some soul searching a little bit, especially if you've done things for people, or you went out of your way to be somebody that you're not, which isn't usually really your guys's forte exactly. Sagittarius usually is pretty much just who they are. But sometimes it just depends. It depends on your past and things like that. But to me, this feels more of like a realization. You seem to be at peace with who you are, and you're refraining from trying to be someone you're not. So maybe it's like for some of you, a past connection comes back and you're kind of like, oh, like that's not really who I am anymore. Or maybe it is. You know what I mean? So it just depends. Your advice is the Queen of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Chariot reverse. So this is about being logical. When you're communicating with this person, or when you're thinking about these things, it's asking you to take the wisdom that you've acquired from past situations and past relationships and apply them into your current situation. And I feel like if there's something that you're afraid to do, like if you're afraid to speak out, or if you're afraid to speak your mind, or you're hesitant on those things, I don't think that you need to be. I think that you need to speak your mind. I think that if you're feeling some kind of way, or if you notice something that you don't like, I think it's really important for you to just be honest with yourself and this person, and don't avoid the unavoidable. Do you know what I mean by that? So, like, for instance, if you, let's say you meet somebody new, right? Apply this however you may, but if you meet somebody new and you notice something that you don't really like, and you don't call it out, right? You don't call it out, and you just kind of ignore it. And, then maybe down the road, they do something like that again, but you haven't really said anything. And so then it ends up kind of snowballing and turns into something that you really hate. And now you're kind of stuck in the situation. So don't do that. Jupiter, well, that's your ruling planet. Jupiter is in Cancer right now. And then take time to breathe out. So this is about wisdom, I think, with that Jupiter energy there. Jupiter can certainly be, our higher mind. And I think that this is also telling you to have a little bit of faith. This is telling you maybe to develop some kind of spiritual practice. And this take time to breathe out is just telling you kind of woosah. Okay, for some reason, I don't know if you're getting an argument this weekend with someone. That's someone like you, right? But I don't know if you're getting an argument with someone or what's going on, but it's just asking you to be kind of a grown up, be an adult, be of your higher mind, allow yourself to grow and expand through the experience, and don't lose your cool, is basically what it's saying. So that's what I have for you, Sag. Thank you guys so much. I hope you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys want to book a super chat question to get your cards read during the live, then you can do so right here on the YouTube app. What's going on, Anna? It's nice to see you. Face and hair color eats. Thanks. I appreciate it. All right. Let's move on to Capricorn. What's going on, Capricorn? I hope you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on for you this weekend. All right. Three of Pentacles. Okay. Knight of Pentacles reversed for what you don't see coming. Queen of Pentacles reversed. It feels very financial. It feels very financial. It feels very worky. It feels like your job or a collaboration, or maybe even something in regards to your physical health as well. That can certainly be the case. So let's see that Three of Pentacles for your energy. The King of Swords. The Five of Pentacles. Listen, Capricorn, if you guys are receiving some kind of like good financial advice or advice about work, I would certainly listen to it, because I feel like this person probably has some good things to say with that Three of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. I want to say, like, be cautious with your money, how you're budgeting your money. I think that there's somebody here who really values your contribution in a work situation or on some kind of work project, or maybe it's some kind of creative project as well. But whatever the case, I feel like not only do you have something to learn, I feel like you have something to teach as well. It seems like if that King of Swords is you, if you're a masculine, then I would say you seem to be pretty much of your logical mind. You seem to be in your right mind as well, especially when it comes to making decisions and solving financial problems, when it comes to solving group dynamics or work situations. It seems like you're in the right headspace. If you're not a masculine, then I feel like this is somebody else around you that is attempting to teach you something or has some kind of information that they're attempting to offer you around work or around how to get yourself out of a hole, basically. What's that Five of Pentacles? The Seven of Cups reversed. So it's about being very realistic in regards to your financial situation, or in regards to maybe how you've spent too much money, how you maybe haven't worked enough, or you've kind of slacked off in some way. Or maybe for some of you, it's been more about imposter syndrome, where maybe you really want to get something started, or you really want to reach out to a brand or whatever it is, but any kind of self-worth or self-value issues may be stopping you from doing that, or maybe kind of you're shooting yourself in the foot because of those issues. So I want to say just be cautious of any kind of imposter syndrome for this weekend. There's such thing as being too realistic, right? You have to have a little bit of a dreamer's mind to be able to accomplish things. That's why Sagittariuses and Leos always get famous, because they're delusional until they're not, right? So try to be optimistic. What you don't see coming for this weekend. Ooh, okay. Um, all right. If you're a feminine, okay, so if you're a feminine, you're interested in masculine energy, all right? It feels like you may be receiving some kind of offer. Maybe somebody's flirting with you. Maybe that guy off of Tinder, God forbid, finally texted you back or whatever it is. But it feels like it's not good enough for you. And dare I say, you may be correct, because while I feel like this person does admire you or does have a crush on you in some way, I also feel like they're full of it. I feel like this person isn't quite emotionally mature enough to be able to, I don't know, I don't want to say handle you because I don't know you, but have a amicable, mature, consensual relationship. It just feels like this is somebody who will literally say whatever they feel like they need to in order to appease you. And I want to see what that Knight of Pentacles reversed is. Oh, I don't feel like they're laying any real groundwork if this is a romantic connection. It feels like this is somebody who just really cares about what you think too much. And so once again, they're going to contort themselves, or they're going to blow smoke in order to get something from you. Okay. This can be a coworker of some sort, or somebody that you're working with, or somebody that you're collaborating with on a project, or whatever the case may be. But I'm kind of wondering if you are this Knight of Pentacles reversed in the Hierophant reversed, where you could be being very stubborn and very finicky and nitpicky. What is this person's intentions with Capricorn? The Tower. Okay. Well, basically, they may be kind of like a little pushy, is what I'm getting, because this is Mars energy, right? And it's like jump out of the tower or go down with it. And I feel like this person is trying to push you a little bit into something that I don't know if you're really interested in. So you could be, putting your little goat horns up there and not feeling that too much. Now this doesn't have to be love, but cups usually are indicative of that. It can just be somebody who is an admirer of your work of some sort, but is also maybe just blowing smoke in order to get something out of it. Okay. Your advice. Geez, there's a lot of like court cards and people here. I feel like you're dealing with a lot of people this weekend. Like I feel like there are a lot of people that you're dealing with. It seems like I don't know if it's just like people on social media. I don't know if it's people that you're working with at your work or whatever it is, but this is your advice. The Queen of Pentacles reversed with the Moon and the Empress reversed. Know your worth, you know? Like if something feels off, definitely listen to that. And for some of you, I do feel like it's imposter syndrome, as I was stating before with that Five of Pentacles and that Seven of Cups reversed, because now this is your advice. Well, the Queen of Pentacles reversed, she gets pretty insecure about herself and she can get pretty fucking bitchy. When she's not taking care of herself or when she's feeling some type of way. And the Empress reversed, she can be somebody who overdoes something in order to be accepted or in order to control an outcome or in order to do that, which all just stems from insecurity, right? So I feel like it's telling you to recognize that issue, whatever that issue is within you, whether you just feel like you're not good enough or you have imposter syndrome or you feel like you're not handsome enough or pretty enough or whatever. It's in your head. And like I said, sometimes you got to be a little bit delusional to make it. So I don't know. Be delusional. Many people are these days. Square, and the answers you need are coming. I feel like you're going to probably have a pretty challenging conversation this weekend. Maybe somebody that you've spoken to from the past. Mercury is retrograde. It can be around money, it can be around finances, but it kind of makes me feel like it is a little bit of a reality check that's coming. And I only say that because that square energy is there next to the answers you need are coming. So with the full moon in Gemini, well, Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is going retrograde this week, right? And so it makes me feel like there's going to be a challenging conversation between you and another person. However, it does feel like you're going to come to some kind of conclusion that's going to allow you to overcome or allow you to make a very important decision for yourself. So that's the good of it. That's what I have for you, Capricorn. Thank you guys so much. I hope you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys want to book a super chat question and get your cards read during the live, then you can do so right here on YouTube. Let's move on to Aquarius. What's up, Maria? Thanks. Nice to see you. What's up, Mars? Oh, thanks, Deb. What's up, Tom? Yeah, I hear you. You're welcome, Deb, anytime. Be Delulu. Yeah, that's definitely my message for Capricorns. Okay. Aquarius. What's going on, Aquarius? I hope you guys are doing good. Let's go ahead and see what's going on for you for this weekend. The Four of Pentacles reversed for your energy. The Eight of Swords for what you don't see coming. The Ten of Cups for your advice. Okay, what's that Four of Pentacles? What's the Three of Swords reversed? The Death. Okay. Well, Four of Pentacles reversed, the Nine of Wands, the Three of Swords. There's been some heartache. You know, you seem to be pretty bent out of shape about an ending or some kind of very uncomfortable change that maybe you weren't prepared for. For some of you, it was an actual death in your life, okay? But it seems like you are overcoming. It seems like you're finally starting to let go. And this is something you may have been, or you may be combating with, and you have been combating with for quite a while. Because the Nine of Wands is just one card shy from the Ten of Wands, and then that's a completion. So if we've been from the Ace of Wands to the Nine of Wands, this tells me you've been fighting this for a long time. It seems like your boundaries are pretty high. You are coming out on top, or you are having a win in a situation, because the Nine of Wands is about winning. And I feel like a lot of it has to do with you sticking to what it is that you believe in, whatever your higher mind is telling you, sticking to honoring your feelings. And I feel like with that Four of Pentacles reversed, you've stopped trying to hold on to something or someone. And honestly, it's probably been very difficult, but now you're kind of standing on the hill, pitching your little flag and coming out on top in one way or another, even if that's just feeling like you're free from something. So I don't feel like it's been super easy for a lot of you. It feels like it's been predominantly difficult, honestly, but you are overcoming. What's that? Nine of Wands, the King of Wands. You're pretty confident. You're feeling pretty confident in yourself. And I really feel like it's because you pushed through something that was incredibly difficult for you. And so now there's almost like this healthy sense of pride that you have about it, and this healthy sense of confidence that you have with how you have overcome what it is that you've been through, or who it is that you've been through, you know? So I don't have any complaints. Mm. Eight of Swords, Ten of Wands reversed, and the Two of Cups. Why the Eight of Swords? The Queen of Wands. Somebody is definitely trying to get you caught up. I think that there's somebody here who seems like, I'd say, a pretty decent match for you, right? King and Queen of Wands. Hello. And it seems like you are connecting with someone this I hate to like make it all about love, you know, but you are coming into contact with somebody this weekend who will probably show that they're very stuck on you, still stuck on a decision, or an indecision rather, and they probably have a lot to get off their chest. What is that? The Nine of Swords, something that they're worried about, something that they're stressed about. They seem to be stressed about the connection. They seem to be stressed about the present condition of the connection and the future condition of it. But this person, I feel like you love them. I feel like they're trying to connect with you and they're trying to understand you. I'm wondering if this is potentially some level of closure or making up. I need my pen. I feel naked. Okay. So it doesn't look bad. It just feels like somebody's stuck on you. This is definitely like where I could say you've met your match in someone. Your advice: Ten of Cups, Three of Wands reversed, and the Ace of Wands reversed. What I want to say is don't rush it. Okay. If this is something that you're interested in kind of bringing back, or even if it's letting go of, don't rush the process. If you have like family, friends that you can lean on at this time, I would definitely take advantage of that. And also, when it comes to certain expectations, don't miss your chance because something has to fit in this cookie cutter perfect vision of what you expected it to be. Because you're really boxing yourself in when you do that. And I don't know if that's in regards to a relationship. I feel like it is with the 10 of cups there, but don't rush something. Good things take time. House 9 and confidence is your key to success. So there you go. So Aquarius, this is about your higher mind. This is about utilizing your higher mind and seeing the big picture of something that you're desiring, your philosophy on love, on life, on yourself, on your higher purpose, and asking yourself if this all fits into that. And whatever that's in regards to, like whatever you feel like your higher purpose is, whatever your higher perspective is, it's about being confident in that. It's about being confident, but also at the same time being open-minded to other ways that things can go or how they can develop, so you're not boxing yourself in, right? House 9 is very like adventurous and all out there, all out there, right? So try to be optimistic. So that is what I have for you, Aquarius. Thank you guys so much. I hope you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to book a super chat question to get your cards read during this live, then you can do so right here on YouTube. Let's move on to Pisces. What's up, Rhonda? What's up, Bree? What's up, Corabelle? What's up, OGM? All right, let's see. Pisces. All right, Pisces, what's going on? Hope you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and see what is going on for you for this weekend. Ace of Cups reversed. Page of Pentacles reversed. The Knight of Cups for your advice. Okay. Well, let's see them then. Damn, I'm not gonna lie. It feels like the last 3 people showed up as masculines. Well, you know, Pisces, you are showing up as a masculine. So if you're a feminine, you may need to reverse the roles. We have the Ace of Cups reversed, the Fool reversed, and the Emperor reversed. Why is the Ace of Cups in reverse? I thought so. Page of Wands. Okay. There's definitely some confidence issues in regards to taking the lead. I think that you need to be really cautious this weekend of any impulsive decisions, impulsive conversations, impulsive actions, because you could be really hating yourself later for it. The Ace of Cups reversed, it can represent like a lot of things. And it can certainly represent somebody who is a bit drained, or maybe there's a delay, or somebody who's not open to being vulnerable, whatever it is. Well, I asked why the Ace of Cups was reversed, and I got the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands, there's nothing wrong with the page, right? But they lack the confidence. It doesn't mean that they lack the drive. They're still going to go for it, but they lack the confidence. And I feel like coinciding that with the Emperor reverse, there is a lack of confidence. And I think what you're trying to do is you're trying to control the outcome of a situation by either withholding love or withholding attention or withholding a conversation, or you're trying to bend something to your will, but not in a way like the magician can bend elements to his or her will. It's like this force instead of just this allowance. But not even in like a daddy way. You know what I mean? It's like you're trying to force a narrative, you're trying to prove something, and it's all coming from a place of lack. It's coming from a place of, I don't feel comfortable in my masculinity, so I feel like I have to overdo it, or I feel like I have to, you know, push somebody around or whatever. And that's a more dramatic version. But that Fool reversed just tells me that you have a lot of baggage, and there's a path that's opening for you, but you can't carry all of that shit with you where you're trying to go. And you certainly can't bend everybody to your will to open up this path that's not really meant for you until you're ready, until you've learned the lesson, until you've learned how to work with your own masculinity or your own energy or whatever it is. So it seems like there's certainly a hesitation here. You feel out of control, to be honest. Why? The Four of Cups reversed. You may be being a little bit petty over something. If I maybe so honest, you may be a little petty. I don't know what it's about though. It's not really telling me like, what are we being petty about? The star, about an Aquarius, or about something that you had hoped for? Maybe you felt like you didn't get it. Maybe you wanted to heal something with someone and you're not getting it. Maybe it's like a bigger picture dream that you really want, and so you're trying to. I think it was in Game of Thrones where I can't remember who was talking to who, but somebody was like, would you rather people follow you out of fear or love? No, that was Vikings. I think it was Vikings. And that's kind of what it's making me feel like. Anyway, I'm not going to stay too much on that, but oh, that's why you're upset. The Page of Pentacles reversed, the Six of Cups reversed, and the Ten of Swords. So there's definitely something falling through and not in a good way. It feels like there's a missed opportunity, potential manipulations, and it seems like it's somebody that you have some not so good memories with. You probably have good memories with them too, but what we're focused on this weekend seems to be the negative side. What's that? Ten of Swords, the Seven of Wands reversed. So there could have been some kind of competitive environment that you were in, where you're feeling like you're losing, or maybe you feel a little intimidated by somebody, or you feel like somebody ending something is a direct threat to you, or it's something like that. And so you don't seem to be like taking it very well, right? And I don't know what your situation is, right? Maybe you have every right to feel the way that you feel. I mean, I don't know, but you are feeling some type of way, and it's definitely not good. So it does feel like a betrayal and ending that is occurring between you and another person, and it's just kind of bad blood, honestly. Sorry, I know that sounds really negative, but like I can't make it up, I can't like make something up for you. But the good thing about the Ten of Swords, the good thing about the Ten of Swords is that there's nowhere to go but up. So it doesn't really get any worse, right? So it's like, so the Ten of Swords, in my opinion, as a reader, is a call to evolve if you want to. It's a call to evolve. Like I said, that's your advice. The Knight of Cups, the World, and the Justice. Listen, some of you honestly need to make something right with someone. I'm just being honest. You need to do the right thing, whatever the right thing is, whether that's you need to apologize or you need to make something right, or maybe you need to take one for the team. I don't know, but it's asking you to show up in vulnerability in love, and how you can approach the situation through not only vulnerability, but of maturity with the world there, and with the intent of peace and harmony and understanding and etc. So that's how I feel like you got to lead this weekend. Like don't worry too much about like being the head honcho and looking cool, that's tired. Like this weekend you got to show a little bit of leg, you know what I mean? You got to be a little just a good person. The North Node and your dreams need a practical plan. Okay. There's somewhere that you want to go. And it's something that you are destined to have. I do believe. Maybe it's not in the exact way, you know, maybe it's not going to be in the exact way that you want it to be, but nonetheless, but it's telling you if you want this, you have to plan accordingly. You have to believe that not only do you deserve it, but that you're worth it, and that you can withstand the time it's going to take to produce those kind of results, or to be able to be that person that you're going to become, right? So if I'm like, oh, I want to be, you know, a CEO of a company one day, and I want to sit in that big chair with the, you know, whatever, like, going out and partying and swiping on Tinder all night is not really going to get you there, right? It's not. So I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but you know what I mean? So it's like, how can you align yourself in accordance with your own personal goals? So that is what I have for you, Pisces. I know that's for some of you that was reversed. Nothing I can do about that, guys. Sorry. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to book a super chat question to get your cards read during this live, then you can do so right here on YouTube. All right. Let me just shuffle these really quick. What's up, Virgo? What's up, Alexis? What's up, Carmen? What's up, Jasmine? Last shuffle. Hi, Carmen. God damn it. Oh, that was just meant to be that way. Okay. Yeah. Oh, hello. Look how cute you are. Big old belly. I can't play right now. I can't play right now. She just wants to say hi. Can you say hi into the mic? Tell everybody what a good girl you are. See, she's not. Can you say hi? No. You're just a baby. She's so cute. See, you can tell how much she loves me by how happy she is to be in my loving arms. All right. All right, let's move on to this is my little swimsuit cover up. My mom bought it for me. She's like, oh my God, you would look so good in this color. All right, let's go ahead and do Aries. Aries, Aries. Okay, what's going on, Aries? I hope you guys are doing super awesome. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on for you for this weekend. Queen of Cups reversed for your vibe. What you don't see coming is the Eight of Pentacles reversed and the Six of Wands for your advice. If you don't go put on a cute outfit this weekend and do something. Okay. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. Queen of Cups reverse, the Five of Wands, and the Four of Swords. Why is the Queen of Cups reversed? The Seven of Swords reversed. What's the Seven of Swords reversed? The Knight of Wands. Oh, you don't trust something or someone. I feel like you're hearing something from someone. It's either this. It's either that somebody is confessing something to you that you don't like, and it's making you distrust this person more, or it's that you feel like somebody is incredibly self-centered or just very focused on self or selfish, and so there's a big focus on just what they want, and they may be a little inconsistent, and so that can also cause some emotional upsets or emotional turbulence. And I feel like there may be some drama. I feel like you may be even confronting the situation potentially, or you may be really conflicted on whether or not you want to verbalize your something that makes you uncomfortable. So with that Four of Swords, it makes me feel like you're kind of internalizing it more than actually talking about it. So instead of talking about it, you could just be like, you know what, I'm not even going to say anything. It's not worth my breath. It's not worth my time. I'm just going to take some space. I'm just going to go do my own thing and not really worry about this. That can certainly be the case. Because you know what it feels like? This person feels clueless, like a little clueless. You're just kind of like, do you not hear what you're saying? Or do you not find a problem with how you're acting? Or it's something like that. And so I feel like it's getting you in your ego a little bit. And then I think that you're getting to this point where you're detaching and you're becoming more indifferent than you are overly emotional about it. And I don't know what's really bringing you to that point. What's the Five of Wands? The Four of Wands reverse. You're conflicted. Like, this is what it makes me feel like. You know, maybe there's a person that's like, oh, hey, you know, I know that I haven't spoken to you in a week, but I was wondering if you want to go here. And you're like, yeah, I told you that that place makes me uncomfortable, or I don't really like that place. Why are you inviting me there? And they're like, oh, well, I'm going there. So if you want to go, you can go. And you're kind of like, do I like take this? Do I invite this person into my life? Do I go? I don't feel like you will. Okay. Whatever this person is asking of you, I don't think that you're going to do it personally. So whatever the hell that is. Eight of Pentacles reverse, the Hangman, and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. What's the Ace of Pentacles? Ooh. So Eight of Pentacles reverse, Hangman, Ace of Pentacles. There's Pisces energy here, Sagittarius, Cancer. So it makes me feel like something is getting a little tired. Um, Something is getting tired, something is getting boring. You've seen this already. You rode the ride, you got the t-shirt, you got the coffee mug, you got the postcard, whatever it is. You're just kind of over it. And I think you're getting to this point where you're realizing that you're going to have to sacrifice one thing for another, even if it's like a job, right? Even if it's a job, you're like, I feel like you guys may end up getting an opportunity. Maybe it's something that comes back from the past because it is going to be Mercury retrograde. Who knows? But it does feel like it's a brand new opportunity. Is it going to take work? Yes, but it's also going to take some kind of level of sacrifice on your part, or to open up your mind to the possibilities of something else. So you may have to surrender one thing in order to put an effort towards the other thing, but it's going to, this new opportunity is going to ask you to come out of your comfort zone. So it may feel uncomfortable, but I think it's going to be worth it. It can especially be a financial opportunity as well. Because it's like you're leaving one thing that doesn't seem so promising for something that does. Oh, wow. Okay. I feel like this is telling you, stop trying to make a square fit into a circle and just let go and let the cards fall as they may. Stop trying to force something to happen and just kind of let go, because you're going to have a lot more success there. It's going to be more, it's going to be easier to manage whatever this thing is. So it's about making practical decisions that make sense for you, but that are also a bit out of your comfort zone. But you're going to have to keep the faith in whatever it is, because the new thing, I feel, is a lot more promising. And instead of like whatever you're trying to force in your life right now, whatever that is, whatever that thing is, you just keep hitting a wall, you just keep hitting a wall, you keep hitting a wall. Like if you get yourself out of that comfort zone a little bit and try something else, I feel like you will succeed better. So you have Cardinal. So you are good enough and Cardinal. So I feel like you keep accepting the same things because you just have accepted that that's where you're at, or you have accepted that this is how good you are, or this is what you deserve, or whatever the case. And it's saying you can have whatever you take initiative on, and whatever you believe that you deserve is what you're going to get. It's like that saying, we accept the love we think we deserve, you know? What do you think you deserve and why? And if it's in the negative, how can you turn that into a positive for yourself? So that is what I have for you, Aries. Thank you so much. I hope you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to book a super chat question to get your cards read during the live, then you can do so right here on YouTube. Have a good one. What's up, Megs? All right, let's move on to Taurus. What's going on, Taurus? I hope you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and see what is going on for you for this weekend. Six of Pentacles reversed. Devil reversed. Five of Swords. Okay, let's see that Six of Pentacles reversed. The Eight of Wands, the Five of Cups. Oh, goodness gracious. You guys may get some news this weekend, specifically around money or debts, or maybe money you owe, something like that, with that Six of Pentacles reversed. And it may feel like it comes out of nowhere with that Eight of Wands, and then you can be like, oh fuck, why did I spend that money this week? Or why did I buy this? Or I should have budgeted better, or something like that. What's that Six of Pentacles reversed? The Magician. What's that? Why is the Five of Cups there? The Nine of Cups. Okay. This is interesting to me because the Magician is when you have everything that you need in order to create the reality that you want. But it's clarifying the Six of Pentacles reversed, right? So if you look at traditional Rider-Waite tarot, you're going to see that the Magician, on his table, he has the wand, right, which is the fire element. He has the sword, which is the air element. He has the pentacle, which is the earth element. And then he has the cup, which is the water element, right? So he has everything at his disposal, basically. But the Six of Pentacles is reverse. And the Magician is clarifying it, which makes me feel like you have everything that you need except money, or you have all the talents, gifts, skills, and abilities except the financial support to be able to push something through that you want to make happen. And there's some regret around that with that Five of Cups, where you're feeling like, oh God, well, I can't get what I want because of this, or because I spend too much money, or I can't da 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 da. And so I really feel like you're needing to work around this. It makes me feel like it's it's not necessarily a test per se, but it almost feels like an exercise of trying to get something that you want and trying to find a workaround in order to achieve that goal without the necessary means, and being able to find like another way or another route. That's what it makes me feel like. And for some of you, you're maybe receiving some communication from somebody at a distance with that Eight of Wands. There could be some sadness or some regret around this. Or you could just feel, if it's not about money exactly, then it can be where you feel like maybe you don't have a lot of value, or you could be even underestimating yourself in some way. Let's see what this Devil in reverse is. What's that High Priestess reverse? The Page of Swords. Oh, God. Well, so for some of you, if you're a masculine, okay, you could really be coming to a lot of realizations about, excuse my French, but how you fucked yourself over, especially when it comes to money, relationships, status, like in ways that are very self-sabotaging, or how you've disempowered yourself by being inauthentic to what you want or who you are or who you're not or whatever. But that High Priestess reverse with that Page of Swords also makes me feel like for some of you, if you're not a masculine, you may be finding something out about somebody that you may not like they were using you, or you may find that you're just in a very toxic relationship. You can feel like somebody's using you for status or using you for money, or maybe you're really hot and somebody just like has you on their arm and like that's really the reason why they're dating you, or who knows, right? Whatever it is. But you're definitely seeing some stuff that may make you feel very uncomfortable. But I feel like through this, you will likely empower yourself. Now, if you're this King of Pentacles reversed, then something can be exposed about you. And I hate to use that word exposed because it sounds so like, ooh, like a drama show. Tell me about that King of Pentacles reverse, the Knight of Swords reverse, one more. The Ace of Swords reverse. Somebody was lying about something. Somebody was lying, and I feel like if you're the one that's lying, I feel like you're gonna get told on. If somebody else is lying to you, I feel like you're gonna find out. It almost feels like somebody was acting against their own interests of what they authentically want for, I don't know, something else. Your advice: Five of Swords, Judgment, and the Sun. If you're the one that is getting something exposed about them, I feel like it's better to just kind of like take your loss and just be honest. Because I feel like there's really no workaround on this. Like, I feel like it's about just being confident in, not like being confident in like, oh yeah, I did this and I don't care, but like taking accountability and shining a light on that with some level of humility. For others of you, I feel like you're going to have a very big decision to make, potentially when it comes to some kind of reconciliation energy. And it may be difficult, but the best decision that you can make is from a place of leadership and a place of truth and honesty within yourself and confidence. Emotions are running high in house 4. Well, yikes. I mean, house 4 is already an incredibly emotional house. It's a Cancerian house. Something can be going on with your family. Something can be going on with a home or a living situation. Something can end up getting very, very dramatic, but it's telling you most likely to make sure that not only are you protecting your energy, but allowing yourself to be vulnerable in a more mature and controlled way, as opposed to letting your emotions spin out of control. And like if you're a Taurus rising, Mercury, you know, um going retrograde in your fourth house. I mean, it can certainly be that. So I find it interesting that house 4 is out here. But let me know how it goes, Taurus. Thank you guys so much. I hope you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to book a super chat question, you can do so right here on YouTube. Thanks a lot, Taurus, and best of luck. All right. What's up, Mason? Okay. Hi, Donna. You're going to take French? That's so cool. All right. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. What's going on, Gemini? I hope you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and see. You're on the chopping block for Mercury retrograde. So let me know how it goes. You poor souls. All right. All right, Gemini. Magician reversed. Not my favorite. The 5 of Wands. Taurus had these cards. Ace of Swords reversed for your advice. I heard don't doubt yourself. Okay. Why is the Magician reversed? The Ace of Cups. Okay. This kind of reminds me of Taurus's reading a little bit, if I'm going to be totally honest with you. And I say that because was it Taurus? Who the fuck had it? I think it was Taurus. Yeah, it was Taurus, where Taurus felt like they were missing like a certain element from the Magician. And I feel like with you, it's the same, but it's the swords. So it makes me feel like you're doubting something because excuse me, it wasn't the swords. Where the fuck did this come from? Oh no, I'm sorry. Where did it come from? Oh no, I'm sorry. It's the cups. Okay. So, excuse me, let me start over. So the Magician in reverse can be a lot about self-doubt, and the thing that you could feel like you're missing in your life, like you may feel like you have the funds maybe, or you feel like you have your health, or you feel like you have a lot of clarity around who you are, or what you want, or you have a lot of maybe passion in some direction in your life, but you may feel like you don't have love, or you don't have enough self-love for yourself. And so I feel like you're making a decision this weekend where you are maybe taking some time to yourself, a little bit of time in the backgrounds, a little bit of time behind the curtain to be able to figure out what it is that you need, to be able to balance out your life. This could be that you're having some doubts about a relationship specifically, or you feel like something that you've been attempting to manifest for a while isn't really coming in. And it can be around creativity. For some of you, it can just be that you're feeling creatively blocked, or you guys feel like you just cannot make love work no matter what you do. But I don't really think it's really about what you need to do in order to find a relationship, or to be able to be creative or remove that creative block. I feel like you just need to be. I feel like you just need to be and focus on being and just existing and letting yourself just kind of live. And I feel like the rest will come. And so I feel like that's probably what you're going to do anyway, because you're having some deep revelations, especially regarding relationships and the decisions that you made up until this point. What you don't see coming. Ew, gross. Ew. The 5 of Wands, the 3 of Wands, and the Emperor reversed. Don't bring that shit over here. Um, okay. So in all seriousness, it's drama. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's drama and it feels like it's with a masculine person, or somebody who is pretending to be masculine, but nonetheless masculine. This is somebody who is trying to force you to believe something, or this is somebody who is purposely not taking action because they feel like that's going to get you to chase them or something like that. What's up? Why is the Five of Wands there? The Nine of Swords. It feels like this person is purposely trying to get you in your head or trying to get you to overthink or trying to get you to second guess yourself. And I'm kind of wondering with this if it's actually working. What's up, Infinite? And so this person is just waiting on you to do that, waiting on you to doubt yourself, waiting on you to second guess yourself, just kind of waiting. And I don't know what their problem is, but they seem to want some kind of control over you, or they seem to want some kind of power over the situation, whatever it is. And it's just creating more drama. So they feel like the less that they do, or the more they fall back, or whatever weird passive aggressive stuff is going on, the more that you're going to fall into this pattern of trying to get them to act or something like that. So remember when I told you I feel like it's more so just about being than doing? I'm going to double down on that based around what I'm seeing. I heard this ain't it. Okay. This ain't it. Well, Gemini, there you are. Some of you really need to remove access. Okay. Like, I feel like you need to stop talking to somebody or you need to cut off contact. Like, cut the shit. Preserve your energy, protect your space. Not everybody deserves access to you. Not everybody deserves a conversation, you know? And it's like, if somebody is purposely trying to either make you jealous or cause conflict in your life or whatever the fuck it is, um and you're giving them attention when they do that, what do you think that's teaching them? That's teaching them that manipulation works on you, that you are going to get on your knees and you are going to succumb to their drama, their bullshit, their games. That's exactly what it's teaching them. The end of a tough cycle approaches. House 3, once again, I feel like you guys need to cut somebody off. We just had a full moon in Capricorn. Maybe see where that's happening for you. House 3 can be about communication. For some of you, if you've been trying to move or been trying to work something out with family or something to do with social media, content creation, writing, blogging, vlogging, some kind of courses that you're taking, some kind of education. I feel like if it's been tough in that area for you, I feel like you're within the next couple of weeks, you're going to overcome whatever that is or get through it or whatever. So that is what I have for you, Gemini. Thank you guys so much. I hope you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to book a super chat question to get your cards read during the live, then you can do so right here on YouTube. After Cancer, I need to go get some more green tea, I think. All right, Cancer. All right, let's do this, Cancer. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's see what's going on for you for this weekend. Ace of Pentacles reversed for your energy. The Eight of Swords reversed for what you don't see coming. Five of Swords reversed for your advice. Oh. some of you have two options. Okay. But you feel some kind of missed opportunity. What's that Emperor? Why is the Emperor? What is the Empress reversed? The Four of Wands. Um, Tell me about the Queen of Swords, King of Swords. I feel like there's a missed opportunity with someone, like in regards to a relationship, maybe with that Empress reversed and that Four of Wands, and you may be entering a new connection where you feel like you're more matched with someone. What's going on here? I don't get it. Knight of Swords reversed. There's a lot of swords energy here. Oh, I see. Okay, so it seems like you're feminine and there's some kind of missed opportunity in some kind of direction of your life where you may have been over giving in a way that was incredibly depleting for you. And so now you may be kind of feeling like it's not really worth it anyway, and you may be breaking free. And it seems like you're putting your efforts into more of a mm, logical place in your life. So what do I mean by that? Like, for instance, let's say that you were over giving in some kind of relationship for a really, really long time until you just felt like the blood was sucked out of you and you don't have anything left to give. And so now you're a bit wiser, right? Queen of Swords. She's quite wise. She's more logical, she or he. She has been through a lot and she's acquired incredible wisdom because of it. And so I feel like you have learned a lot from that connection, or it can be that there is a mother figure in your life who's basically being an asshole. Okay. And so you could be telling someone what it is, you could really be mm, somebody's trying to get your goat and you're letting them know your boundaries. You're giving them a piece of your mind is what this feels like to me. And I feel like you have somebody on your side, as somebody who seems very mentally well matched for you. But there's quite a few people here. There's like four people here. So, but I feel like this Empress reverse is like an old version of you. I don't feel like you're going to stand idly by and just let things happen anymore. It feels like you're taking more initiative. You're kind of calling the shots a little bit more. You're not going to overexert yourself in order to appease people or make people stay, or some of you, it can just be that you're having some kind of creative block, or you feel like something creatively isn't working, and so you could be kind of switching your mind frame to focus on something else that seems to be more practical or logical, I guess you could say. Maybe something using your voice or communication. Oh, wow. Okay. Where you felt like you may have been stuck for some time. Where you felt like you were stuck on a decision, or maybe you didn't really know where to put your energy, or maybe you were stuck on a person or whatever. Something is kind of leveling out with that Temperance. So you seem to be at peace. There can be a Sagittarius that comes into your life, or a Sagittarius that's trying to help you with something. But to me, this just looks like peace. It looks like you're finding the balance in regards to your life. It looks like maybe you're focusing on creative pursuits as well as maybe educational and money, monetary pursuits, things like that. And it seems like something is establishing in a very fortuitous way for you. So it looks like money. You may not be telling anybody about this or kind of keeping it on the low. It seems like you're trying to hide this relationship or this business or something that you have established. But you're getting some money here. You seem to be really, really at peace compared to where you were. Your advice. Five of Swords reversed, Page of Cups reversed, and the Six of Cups. Okay. Um, I kind of say don't let your gifts stay on standby, like some kind of talent, gift, skill, or ability that you have. Don't just put it to the wayside because you have other things that you're trying to pursue or focus on. Like, don't forget about those things. Also, side note, if this is about like manipulation or feeling like a victim in a situation, it's telling you not to do that because it's not going to get you very far. But, you know, feeling like, and I'm not saying that you haven't been a victim in some way, shape, or form. Okay. We all have been at some point, but it's really about switching the mind frame and taking what you can from what it is you've experienced and coming out on top in a way that's beneficial for you. I also want to say, if it comes to like a past love relationship or something like that, don't give in or don't like, you know, especially be cautious when Mercury's retrograde, but don't give in to manipulations or manipulative tactics. Just try to take it for what it is. Try to, you know, accept the happy memories that you have from it and just kind of skedaddle. Hold your vision, and Leo is your energy. So I feel like there's something that you really want in regards to creativity, self-expression, entrepreneurship. It's telling you to focus on that and don't stray from whatever that vision is. So that is what I have for you, Cancer. Thank you so much. I hope you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys want to book a super chat question to get your cards read during the live, then you can do so right here on YouTube. Enjoy your weekend, Cancer. All right, let's move on. Leo. What's up, Enigma? How you doing? Infinite, I didn't know you were a Cancer. All right, Leo, what's going on? I hope you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and see what is going on for you for this weekend. Nine of Pentacles reversed. Three of Swords. Okay. Eight of Pentacles for your advice. Okay. Where are we going with that Fool? The Sun reversed. Okay. So you're having a little bit of doubts this week. I really want you to be careful with money. I want you to be careful trying to be something that you're not. Mercury going retrograde in your sign. There's going to be a lot of rethinking in regards to who you are, how you express yourself, your personal appearance, how you perceive yourself, how other people perceive you, etc. And so I feel like you're trying to get out of this mind frame that you need to become something that you're not, or you need to be something for someone else, or whatever it is, where you need to overpromise and then unfortunately underdeliver. I think that you're trying to release yourself of that. And so I think there's also this feeling where you just feel like you'll be disappointing to people if you don't show up in a certain way. And I really feel like you just need to be you. And I think that's what you're trying to do. So there are a lot of things you've learned in regards to your health, your finances, how you're showing up, etc. And you're taking that wisdom and you're trying to let go of the baggage, even though you're not super confident in regards to where it is that you're going or how you're going to get there. You're getting up and you're going anyway. There's a brand new path, there's a brand new beginning, and you're ready to kind of break free from your old shackles or from your old chains. And you're trying to basically just have a new path. It can't be a creative path. Once again, there's a little bit of doubt with that Sun reversed, but even with the Sun reversed, it's still a generally a pretty happy card. It's the happiest card in the deck. So I feel like you're choosing to be optimistic despite your insecurities and despite your past. I'm not mad at it. God. Three of Swords, King of Cups reversed, and the Five of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so Leo, if you're feminine and you're interested in masculinity, okay, so I feel like somebody here is showing up at your door, unblocking communication maybe, and kind of trying to play the sorry sad sack, and I do feel like somebody's hurting. I genuinely do feel that way. Tell me about that King of Cups reversed. The Seven of Cups reversed. I need one more. The Nine of Cups. This person is likely getting a very, now this could be you or somebody else. I don't know if you're a man or not, okay? But whoever this man is basically pretty fucking sad over something. And they seem to be getting a reality check in regards to the choices that they made and how they ended up not getting what they wanted based around the choices that they made. And so this Five of Pentacles reverse shows me that this man, whoever this is trying to come out of the cold in some way, shape, or form. Why is that Three of Swords there? The Two of Cups. This person loves another person. This feels like an ex or somebody from the past, or it's you, but this is what you don't see coming. I mean, maybe for some of you, if you're a man, you surprise yourself and you text your ex or something like that, But if you're not, then this looks like somebody trying to kind of get back in there, you know, like trying to like unblocking you or trying to get unblocked or I don't know, coming to see you, whatever the thing is. They're so sad. They're so fucking sad. I'm sorry. I'm like, it's not funny, obviously, but they're like so sad. The Eight of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, and the Judgment reversed. So this is for your advice, Leo. Like the things that you're working on, you may feel like you don't have what it takes to line up with the competition. You don't have what it takes to maintain what it is that you've already built. But this is telling you to, what's that Judgment reversed? All right. You really have to master something. You're at this point now where you need to work on something or you need to work on mastering something, because it's part of your higher purpose, whatever this thing is. And that Judgment in reverse for advice can be like, where have you misjudged someone else? Or where have you maybe underestimated yourself? Or where are you not taking accountability in your life? And how is that stopping you from living your ultimate purpose? And that King of Pentacles reversed is clarifying that Judgment reverse. So have you allowed other people to feed off of you and use you, or are you the user? Are you the person who is, not working towards something yourself? Or right, because we see that Nine of Pentacles reversed in your energy, so maybe that's what it is. But this is saying like it's time to take responsibility for your own success, basically. What are we needing to master with that Eight of Pentacles? The Five of Cups. You can't do anything about the past, but you can make sure that you don't repeat it. A personal issue reaches a resolution, full moon in Cancer, and then we have the Sun. Well, the Sun is you. So I feel like if it's in regards to, a partner, a spouse, somebody that you're living with, family, whatever the case, I feel like this is probably going to be a time where you're going to learn a whole lot about a person and likely about yourself. So I do think that something is going to reach a resolution, and it can be a peaceful resolution. It just depends on how much truth you're willing to show about yourself and also how much truth you're willing to accept about yourself. So that's what I have for you, Leo. Thank you so much. I hope you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to book a super chat question to get your cards read during the live, then you can do so right here on YouTube. Have a good weekend. righty. Hold on, I gotta pee. Okay, let's move on to Virgo. What's going on, Virgo? I hope you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and see what's going on for you for this weekend. Six of Wands reversed. The Queen of Wands reversed for what you don't see coming. The Death reversed for your advice. Ew. Okay. All right, let's see. The World. Okay. The High Priestess reversed. What's that World? These readings are starting to piss me off now. What's the High Priestess reversed? King of Wands reversed. I feel like you're moving on silently. Like with the Six of Wands reverse, it feels like you don't really want any unwanted attention, or you could feel like you're having a bit of a fall from grace, or you just could be trying not to draw a lot of attention to yourself. And with that World there, clarified by the Ace of Wands reverse, it feels like you're not attracted to something anymore, or something doesn't really motivate you or inspire you, maybe like it has before. And so you're getting to a point of culmination or completion. The High Priestess reverse is there as well, with the King of Wands reversed. If you're this King of Wands reverse, which to be honest with you, I feel like you are, it feels like there are things that are being revealed about you through this process or through this sense of culmination. And it can be around your ego or lack of leadership, or it just kind of feels like, look at all this fire energy reversed. It's just very like not really motivated, not trying to call a lot of energy to you, kind of like an ego death vibe, but it's like it feels accomplished. Like although there are some hard things that you're learning from it or picking up from whatever this experience is, there is a positive culmination. There is an accomplishment. Like you've reached a point where you're like, oh my God, That was fucking really, really long. That was really exhausting. But you feel at peace with whatever this is or whatever this knowledge is that you have. And what you don't see coming, there are two women here or two feminine energies. Now, I feel like you're a masculine based on that King of Wands reversed. Okay. And there's a Queen of Wands reversed, a Two of Wands, and a Queen of Cups. So it makes me feel like you have a decision to make between two people, maybe. And there may be a feminine here who's incredibly angry, pissed, jealous, pissed off, something like that. And then there may be another one who's a little bit more emotional or sensitive, something like that. And you're there's this maybe surprising decision or offer that you didn't think that you would be able to have or that would be made available to you. Why is that Queen of Wands reversed? The Two of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like a woman is upset because you have two choices or something like that. Or a feminine energy. Like, I don't know if there's like a juggling or a decision that you need to make or something like that. If you are a feminine, then some of you have been showing up in a very specific way where maybe you've been, I don't know, leading with the jealousy or leading with this sense of insecurity. And that's just how you've made your decisions based around how you can compete with others or something. But now you're leading from a more like feminine, gentle place. Where you're making decisions from wanting more of a soft experience, I guess you could say, or a softer outcome when it comes to relationships or a success or whatever. It feels very quiet, honestly. Your advice is the Death reversed, the Hangman, and the Ten of Swords reversed. So you may have been holding on to something for a really, really long time, and now it's asking to either die or change or die, right? And that's very much the Pluto energy. So maybe see where that's at in your chart, and that can kind of give you some hindsight. But that Hangman there is telling you to surrender something, to look at something from a different perspective and allow yourself to let go. And through that letting go, you will be able to change, you will be able to evolve, you will be able to become better than what you are now. And it's going to feel like a fall from grace, or it's going to feel like a lot of pressure, but there is peace here. You are finding peace through this process. Oddly enough, it's almost like a flower growing through the concrete. Believe in the impossible. And then you have Taurus. Some of you have Taurus placements, or maybe you're dealing with the Taurus. Whatever the case, I feel like so Taurus is very much about our self-esteem. It's about our self-esteem. It's about our values. It's about our sensuality, right? It's the feminine side of Venus, where Libra is the masculine side of Venus. And so maybe that's what it is that you want. Maybe you're just needing to treat yourself better. Maybe you're needing to show up softer. Maybe you're needing to focus more on your finances or your values, or just it's basically asking you to have some patience with yourself and to trust the process. And the thing that you think is so impossible is not as impossible as you may believe that it is. It just may take some time getting there or for it to come to you. So that's what I have for you, Virgo. Thank you so much. I hope you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to book a super chat question to get your cards read during the live, then you can do so right here on YouTube. Good luck, Virgo. Let's move on to Libra. What's going on, Libra? I hope you guys are doing good. Let's go ahead and see what's going on for you. Hierophant reversed. Knight of Wands for what you don't see coming. The Devil reversed for your advice. Okay. What's that Hierophant reversed? The Ten of Cups reversed. Okay. For some of you, honestly, a relationship just isn't working out, or some kind of commitment that you've made just isn't working out. And it could feel like it's not working out because somebody's not emotionally supporting you, or you feel like you don't have the emotional support from a spouse or a partner or a family member or whatever it is. So you feel like something's kind of failing a little bit. And you could be like still giving to it in some way, but I really feel like you're trying to venture on the new with that Page of Wands. For others of you, you could feel like you're at this point where it's kind of your way or the highway. Okay. So if somebody's not going to adhere to what you want, then that's fine, but you're probably not going to give to it too much. That Six of Pentacles to the Page of Wands, it feels like you're giving in to more creativity, or maybe you're making money through creativity or something new that you're starting, and you're not too confident in what it is that you're starting, but you're still going to start anyway. You're still going to go for it. You're still going to take, put one foot in front of the other kind of thing. What's that Page of Wands? Page of Swords. Yeah, you're starting something brand new. I don't know if you're doing like a content creation, or you're doing some writing, or you're starting a business or whatever it is, but and for some of you, there can be like a non-traditional relationship or commitment, or dynamic that you were involved in that it may not really be for you. So you may be kind of exiting it or breaking free from it. And it can be because it doesn't really align with your values, something like that. But you're doing a lot of learning. You seem to be very curious this weekend. I wonder if this has anything to do with that full moon in Capricorn, coming off of the heels of that. Knight of Wands, Eight of Cups reversed, and the Eight of Wands for what you don't see coming. Well, I hate to be that tarot reader that's like, oh, somebody's coming back from the past, but that's what it looks like. It can be somebody at a distance. You can be hearing somebody from the past. And what are their intentions? Let's just see. Nine of Wands. It seems like they want to fight for this. Their boundaries may be up a little bit, but they do want to fight for this in some way. So they may be kind of showing up as a little inconsistent or just being lighthearted about it. But I do think they want a genuine connection, or I do think that they really want to make this happen, whatever this is. And it doesn't have to be love. Okay. It can simply be somebody that wants to work with you on a creative project. And maybe you guys discussed it before and now it's coming back around. Whatever it is, the communication is going to come out of nowhere. And you're likely going to be very surprised to hear from this person. How will Libra know who this person is? The Two of Swords, somebody who's trying to make peace with you. This could have been a stalemate as well if this is love. Your advice is the Devil reversed, the Three of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords. So there may be this energy where you are starting something new, but maybe you're needing to take a course, or maybe you're needing to learn from somebody. Maybe you're needing to collaborate or get together with people to be able to make whatever it is that you're attempting to create a success. But whatever that means, it may also mean that you're needing to move on from something else, or you're needing to resolve something within a work dynamic or within a collaboration. Okay. But it can also be asking you if you guys have been like super solo or something like that, or maybe, isolating yourself a little bit. It can ask you, how is that sabotaged you in some way? And do you think that inviting more people into your life would be conducive to your overall financial, or I don't know, professional. What was I going to say? I can't remember. Anyway, you know what I mean. Communication is key, and then the moon. Okay. So once again, I mean, there is a new beginning, clearly. Communication is key. Maybe it is around content creation. Maybe you're about to have a discussion with somebody from the past with that moon energy there. Maybe you need to have a discussion with somebody that you're trying to work with, or whatever it is. But it's telling you to speak up about something for some reason. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Also listen to your intuition when it comes to allowing other people in your life, or when it comes to collaborating with people. it's kind of like that saying, closed mouths don't get fed, is kind of the vibe that I'm getting with this. Okay. So that's what I have for you, Libra. Thank you so much. I hope you'll like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys want to book a super chat question to get your cards read during the live, then you can do so right here on YouTube. Good luck. Okay. All right, Scorpio. What's wrong? Are you being a baby? You're so cute. God, she is so fucking cute. I can't even stand it. Okay. All right, Scorpio, let's go ahead and see what's going on for you for this weekend. Knight of Cups reversed. Knight of Pentacles for what you don't see coming. Your advice is the 10 of Wands. I feel like it's time to take responsibility for something or finish something to completion. Tell me about that Knight of Cups reversed. Ugh. Queen of Pentacles reversed. Page of Pentacles reversed. Yikes. You're definitely like in a fucking mood. You're in a mood. Okay. And it can be around your money, your business. It can be around love as well, creativity. You kind of feel all over the place. Like you don't really know which direction to go. And I feel like there's maybe an opportunity that you're taking away from another because you don't want to do it anymore, or you feel like you just have a missed financial opportunity in your life. And once again, it feels very chaotic. It feels very all over the place. Like you just kind of have all of these paths and you don't know which one to take. And so I think that you might be being a little hard on yourself, and that could be really getting you into your emotions a bit. So why is the Queen of Pentacles reversed? The Chariot reversed. You're having some fears. You feel like a failure is what it looks like. Like you're feeling like a failure. I'm not going to lie. And I really think that a lot of it just comes from a lack of confidence and a lack of courage. What's that Page of Pentacles reversed? The Moon reversed. There's a lot of fears. Once again, there's a lot of fears that are creeping up around your financial situation, around a relationship, around business, maybe around health, something like that. But this to me is really about not like delaying anything, but just putting one foot in front of the other and kind of overcoming whatever self-sabotaging issues that you need to overcome. Because it's like, I feel like you're making something worse by how you're reacting to it or how you're responding to it. Right? It's kind of like when somebody has like they're trying to diet or they're trying to eat healthier, right? And so they have one cookie, right? They eat one cookie and then they're like, "Oh, well, I ate one cookie, so I might as well just eat the entire box." Well, that doesn't make much sense, does it? Okay, well, chin up, buttercup, right? Or whatever that saying is. I mean, come on. Knight of Pentacles, Four of Swords reversed, and the Wheel of Fortune. It feels like somebody has a solution for you, especially regarding work. It feels like this is more of a work opportunity. This is somebody here who's they're trying to unfuck you, right? Not like that, okay, or whatever, but they're trying to get you out of a stuck situation. And I feel like this person has the solution, and this person can be from a distance, or this can be like a mentor type of person. This can be a Virgo energy with that Knight of Pentacles. This is somebody who's trying to get you, because it feels like for some of you, you've just kind of locked yourself in a hole, or you've isolated yourself, or something, like you've disassociated completely. I don't know what you're doing, but this is somebody who's slowly but surely trying to kind of work you out of that, and they're trying to bring you something. Like, I come bearing gifts. That's what that looks like. Yeah, see, I asked what that Wheel of Fortune was, and I got the Seven of Pentacles. They're like, hey, you want this or not? You know, you want to work on this with me or not? Or somebody who wants to invest in you in some way. I feel like it's worth it, but I feel like I'm afraid that your mood is going to put you in shambles. Your advice is the 10 of Wands, the Strength, and the Star. Like I said, chin up, buttercup. You know, I really think that you now have to get to that last push with something. You have to finish something off. You have to close it out. You have to finish it. You have to start again. But you need to be confident in that. Even if it doesn't feel very promising, you have to trust. Because I feel like a lot of this has to do with your confidence. And I feel like a lot of this is going to lead you to that place of healing that insecurity that you have that's blocking you from being more confident. But it is about having the faith. You have to have the faith in yourself, in your sense of expression, in your sense of willpower and integrity and what you can accomplish. Conclusions are within reach. And air. Told ya. You got to keep an open mind with this shit, whatever it is. Excuse my French. Because I feel like there's something that you'll have to learn here. There's something that's going to be communicated to you about some kind of resolving whatever problem this is for you, but you have to keep an open mind. I feel like it's incredibly helpful, whatever it is. It's something that's worth investing into. You will get a return on whatever this is. So that is what I have for you, Scorpio. Thank you so much. I hope you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to book a super chat question to get your cards read during this live, then you can do so right here on YouTube. Do you know Catwoman is the Venus in Scorpio? Of course she is. You talking about Michelle Pfeiffer? All right, let me do these really quick and get out of here. All right. Got my girl Karina. What should I expect considering the course I've decided to change in my life? Also, did they get back to you about the refund? Yes, they did. I don't know what she was asking me though. Give it a couple more days, Karina, and I will message them again this evening, okay? Okay, let me see. All right, as far as the course that you've decided to change in your life, the World reverse and the Empress reversed makes me feel like you still have some things you need to resolve within yourself around your sense of self-worth, around your sense of creativity, your sense of femininity, and your sense of self-esteem. So I feel like this can be promising, but it's on whether or not you really commit to whatever this journey is. It's going to require maturity. It's going to require that you treat yourself with respect and love and work on your self-esteem. Um, and that's going to depend on whether or not this is successful or whatever it is. So I still feel like, you know, there are some things that you're needing to figure out on the way. But if you really put in the effort and you really have the wherewithal, I think that you will. Anna. Oh my God. Okay. All right, let me see. I feel like absolutely you can. It may be from we have Eight of Wands and the Page of Wands reverse. It may be you know, something remote, or it may be something from a foreign company or something at a distance, or it may be something that you're needing to train for, or you know, you're needing to travel for. Okay, you may need to move, maybe something like that. Um, you'll be able to do it, but it's telling you not to put it off, basically, with that Page of Wands reversed. So this is telling you to basically act quick, and you can, but don't like put this off. Don't sit and wait around for, you know, it not to rain or whatever it is. So with that Seven of Wands and that Page of Swords, I feel like this is telling you to look online, you know, don't waste your resources. Look around. If you know people, contact them, you know, but don't be afraid to, you know, go on to upwork.com, or, you know, go on to whatever those sites are where you can have like freelancer gigs or whatever it is based around your talents, gifts, skills, and abilities. So I feel like there can be like a lot of competition or a high competition environment, but I feel like you got it. I feel like you'll be able to do it. You just have to get curious. You have to be a little bit open-minded when it maybe comes to new things, especially regarding like freelancer jobs, right? So like for instance, on upwork.com, there's a lot of competition there, right? But it doesn't mean that you can't make your profile. God, these mosquitoes out here are so bad. It doesn't mean that you can't make your profile attractive. It doesn't mean that you can't build your resume. It doesn't mean that you can't make it look good, etc. All of these things, but you just have to have the confidence, and once again, not put it off. There's a lot of pages here. Page of Cups, Page of Wands, Page of Swords. If you can, I would really try to find something that is more convenient, something that is not going to run you dry, something that is not going to, um, you know, have you walking around pregnant and sweating all the time and overworking yourself. So if you can find something that's not going to do that, where you feel like you're not carrying, you know, a boulder or the whole world on your shoulders all the time, that would obviously be great, for lack of a better term. Don't let your past hold you back, and Pluto. So I feel like what you've done before for work, it doesn't have to stay that way. It doesn't mean that you can't do what you're doing now, but I feel like where it's saying don't let your past hold you back, whatever you've done in the past, whatever jobs have had, whatever you've acquired, whatever you've achieved, that's great, but it doesn't mean that you can't also branch out and do something completely different. It doesn't mean that you can't learn something. It doesn't mean you can't learn tarot and become a tarot reader, whatever the thing is that you want, right? So be honest with yourself and don't be afraid of change. Maria, what's going on between J and F? Love? um, it seems like there's love between the two of you, and potentially either a commitment or maybe one on the way. And something that's quite strong, something that's built on a healthy foundation. So I don't see Ace of Swords, Two of Cups. I don't see anything negative at all. Two aces is an absolute yes. I feel like it's either going in a positive direction or it will eventually go in a positive direction. And I feel like a conversation where vulnerability and truth is truly spoken can cause you guys to connect on a deeper level. So, I mean, you can't get too much better than this. So I feel like this is really positive. So I don't know if you expected bad, but it doesn't look bad to me. Then we have Virgo. Will M eventually come forward to reconnect on her own? Mm, it feels like it's more of an avoidance. Seven of Swords, Five of Swords. And the avoidance comes from trying to protect oneself or maybe trying to hide something or not wanting to face something. So it's one of those, but they feel like if they don't, they're just going to lose anyway, or it's going to end up being games or something like that. So it feels like they're doing a lot more hiding or avoiding than anything. Thank you, Virgo. Alexis, what's coming towards me that I don't see for the rest of the month? King of Pentacles, a man. So we have the King of Pentacles, the Two of Wands reversed, and the Wheel of Fortune reversed. It feels like this is either somebody who is in business with you or somebody who's in a romantic connection or attempting to be. So the King of Pentacles is a provider, somebody who's usually quite stable. But the Two of Wands reverse tells me that there's an uncertainty here, or maybe this person hasn't quite got there yet, but they're wanting to, but they are more on the fence, or they're refusing to come out of their comfort zone. They keep repeating past mistakes. They keep repeating cycles that are not allowing them to be able to let go and move forward in a conducive way. So this can be somebody who's trying to control a narrative or trying to hold on to a very specific outcome or how they're perceived or whatever the case is. Who is this? The Four of Swords, somebody you've been healing from, somebody that you're not talking to, somebody that maybe has a mental illness or somebody who's maybe healing from a physical thing. What else is happening? The King of Cups. You could have two offers here with that King of Pentacles and the King of Cups. And the King of Cups with the Knight of Cups reversed just makes me feel like it's somebody who has emotions and would welcome yours in, but not necessarily stepping up to the plate to be super vulnerable about what they're feeling or about what they have to offer or whatever the case may be. Adjustments are required, and then Cancer. You already know I'm laughing. Um, what kind of adjustments? The Lovers. So, in regards to the decisions that you're making when it comes to home, family, your emotions, your comfort space, you know, what you do in your home, whatever it is, how you nurture and protect yourself, something needs to change in that regard. And once again, the Lovers can be about a higher self decision that you're making, right? So, if the person that you love the most in the world came and asked you advice as if they were going through your situation, whatever advice you would give them would be your higher self decision, right? So it's telling you that adjustments are required in regards to how you're making decisions or why you're making them or whatever, specifically around home, family, and your emotions. So some kind of adjustments are required there, but it can be a Cancer in your life who needs to straighten the fuck up, maybe. All right. Thank you, Alexis. Monica. What's up, Monica? Just some general advice for the rest of July. Sure, let's see. The Devil reversed. What is this? The Eight of Cups reversed. Okay. There may be something that you're continuously revisiting, something that, or someone maybe that you're settling for, or even somebody that comes back around that you need to empower yourself from. So for instance, if this is like, I don't know, an old boss who keeps trying to get you to do your work and everybody else's work, and you've done it for a long time and you've just kind of accepted that that's how things are. And now it's like, no, you know, this is about being very aware that this something is not normal, or that this is not normal. And there may be a fear that's holding you back, or maybe you have some sabotaging tendencies like everybody else, right? Whatever it is, it's about empowering yourself from that past situation, not accepting less than what you know you deserve. But what you keep accepting is what you're telling everybody else and yourself that you deserve. So I don't know what that is. I don't know if you're dealing with this now, or if this is something that you're going to deal with for in late July or whatever. Justice and the Knight of Wands. Okay. So advice for justice can be around making balanced decisions, things that are not going to throw you off what your goals are. This is about making balanced decisions regarding what you're taking action on, who you're taking action on. Does it make sense to you? Is it logical? The relationships, or really who you are surrounding yourself with, and how that affects you, your daily life, your self-esteem, whatever it may be. And so I feel like there's a direct correlation to the people that you're surrounding yourself with and how you feel about you, or how your life looks. So whether you're aware of that or not, I mean, you're a smart girl, I'm sure that you are. But also when it comes to the things that you're passionate about as well, and asking yourself if these things are really the right decisions for you, or if this is just kind of on a whim, or are you just trying to get attention by doing something, or if there's somebody here that's coming in that doesn't want what you want as well. So that Knight of Wands can be somebody who's here for a good time, not necessarily a long time, and it can be asking you, is this really what you want? Right? So I always talk about whatever decisions you make is basically like ordering off of the menu of the universe. So whatever you're accepting is basically what you're ordering, and the waiter or the waitress, aka the universe, is going to continuously deliver to you whatever that may be. Does that make sense? Thanks a lot, Monica. It's good to see you. Then we have Dana. How did he feel about the message? The King of Wands. There's an attraction about something. This person feels confident or attracted to something or you. But the Temperance reverse tells me that this person doesn't quite feel at peace with something. Like they feel like something isn't balanced, or they're kind of losing their patience with something. They're having a hard time creating something from that message, or with the person that wrote the message. So there's kind of like a pull or a confidence or an attraction towards something, but not really being sure on how to make it happen. So whatever that means. Is there an opportunity to work with EP? I would say yes, with the Death card and the Fool. And I wouldn't have said yes if it was just the Death card, but the Death card then came the Fool. So the Death is about something needs to end, or something needs to change first. Someone needs to evolve, something needs to evolve, something needs to change, something else in your life or their life needs to end in order for that to happen. So I feel like whatever that is, if that happens, then this can happen. And the Fool is a brand new beginning. It's a brand new start. So I will say yes, but with limitations. Only if this thing, whatever this is changed, ended, sacrificed, evolved. All right, you guys, I love you. Have a good one. Thank you to my mods. Thank you, Lori, for doing all the super chat stamps and all of that or whatever. I really appreciate it. Thank you. All righty. What's up, Left Eye? Sorry to hear that. You're welcome, Monica. No problem. All right, you guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I love you.